Katz, a recurring antagonist in Courage the Cowardly Dog, is a character whose actions and behaviors epitomize psychopathy. Standing out as one of the series' most chilling antagonists, Katz embodies traits that align closely with those of a psychopath. His presence in the series is marked by his calculated cruelty and chilling demeanor, which make him a memorable foe. One of Katz's most prominent traits is his superficial charm, which he uses to manipulate and deceive others. This involves a charismatic and engaging demeanor that masks a lack of genuine emotion. Katz frequently presents himself as calm, collected, and sophisticated. This charm is not just a superficial trait, but a well-crafted tool he wields with precision, a facade that enables him to deceive and manipulate those around him. Katz's glibness is evident in his smooth, articulate speech. He often uses sophisticated language and a calm tone to persuade and deceive others, showcasing his verbal dexterity, a skill which allows him to easily manipulate situations and people, creating a false sense of security and control. This is showcased in A Night at the Katz Motel, where Katz runs a motel with an eerie, calm demeanor that initially disarms Courage, as well as Eustace and Muriel Bagg. His composed exterior conceals his sinister intentions, allowing him to lure his victims into a false sense of security. Katz also exhibits a sense of grandiosity and narcissism, believing in his superiority and entitlement to control whatever situation he finds undesirable. He goes to great lengths to ensure that he is in control, using manipulation, intimidation, and deceit to maintain his dominance. Katz strongly believes he deserves to get what he wants, regardless of the cost to others. This sense of entitlement is evident in Katz Candy, where Katz, frustrated by years of losing to Muriel in the Nowhere Sweet Stuff contest, attempts to coerce her into revealing the secret ingredient of her winning recipes. This type of narcissism is also seen in his interactions with other characters, especially with Courage, whom he often belittles and perceives as inferior, thus reinforcing his sense of superiority. His condescending attitude and belief in his intellectual superiority are indicative of his grandiose self-image. Katz's grandiosity is not just limited to his interactions with other characters. It is also reflected in his elaborate schemes. He often creates complex plans that require significant intelligence and resourcefulness, showcasing his firm belief in his exceptional abilities. This sense of grandiosity is the driving force of many of his actions and schemes throughout the series. Katz frequently lies to manipulate others and achieve his goals, often with little regard for the consequences. His lies are often elaborate and well-constructed, showcasing his cunning and manipulative skills. His ability to fabricate convincing stories and deceive others highlights his psychopathic traits. For instance, in Katz Candy, he deceives his customers into believing that his candy shop is a safe and delightful place, only to reveal his true intentions later. His ability to create and maintain these deceptive facades demonstrates his pathological lying and manipulative nature. Katz's manipulativeness extends to his ability to control and influence others' actions. This is often evident in his interactions with Courage. He often uses psychological manipulation to instill fear and confusion in Courage, making it difficult for him to effectively protect his owners. In doing so, Katz is also demonstrating this lack of empathy throughout the series. Katz shows a blatant disregard for the well-being of others and will even derive pleasure from the suffering of others. His actions endanger Courage and his owners, Muriel and Eustace, but Katz remains indifferent to their distress. This is best exemplified by Katz's willingness to feed his customers to spiders without a hint of remorse. He views his victims merely as means to an end, valuing his interests over the lives of others. This is further highlighted in his interactions with Muriel and Eustace. He shows no concern for their safety or well-being, viewing them as obstacles to be removed or pawns to be manipulated. Katz's actions throughout the series demonstrate a lack of remorse or guilt, often engaging in harmful behaviors without feeling any sense of moral responsibility or regret. Katz's lack of remorse is evident in his repeated attempts to harm Courage and his owners. Despite being thwarted multiple times, he continues to devise new schemes without any consideration for the harm he causes. Katz's antisocial behavior is reflected in activities that violate social norms and are criminal in nature. He often operates outside the boundaries of societal norms, engaging in activities that are clearly illegal and morally wrong. This type of behavior can be seen in his interactions with other villains and creatures in the series. He'll collaborate at times with other antagonists, furthering his own criminal activities and reinforcing his antisocial nature. His alliances with other malevolent characters demonstrate his willingness to engage in socially unacceptable and harmful behaviors. Katz can be reckless and irresponsible since he is driven by his desire for immediate gratification and power. This applies to Katz when he operates a submarine and traps his guests with the intention of blowing it up to ensure the success of his business. He'll engage in risky and dangerous behavior without any consideration for the potential harm to himself or others. His disregard for the potential consequences of his actions reflects his impulsivity and irresponsibility, making him a formidable and unpredictable villain.